Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In this video, we will be discussing Quinton Eriya or Quint Beastwood, and is he the future of open bodybuilding? Now, there's been a lot of talk this year about classic physique possibly becoming more popular than men's open bodybuilding, and I did a poll on the channel for my next video, and you guys voted for 90s bodybuilding versus today. So is the popularity in bodybuilding starting to decline, and could physiques like Quinton Eriya, bring back some of the popularity to the sport? Now, we also have a couple other guys, Blessing Awardable, Rafa Brandaya. I may actually do a video on all of them, but in this video specifically, we're going to talk about Quinton Eriya. I was putting together a news video and I looked through all of my videos from the week, and all of them are pretty much of Quinton Eriya. Quint is putting up a lot of updates right now. So you guys let me know right now in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Quinton Eriya? This is his most recent physique update. Quinton is at 8 weeks out from either Tampa or Texas, and both of those shows are back-to-back, so he's 8 weeks out and 9 weeks out. So I'm very excited to see Quinton hop on that stage, and he has one of the best structures in the sport of bodybuilding. And one of the main things I like about Quinton Eriya is just his mindset and his mentality. I'm actually going to play a clip that Quinton posted up on his story recently.
All work is easy work, man. Like, it's just too easy, bro. It don't matter what it is, I'm gonna get it done, and these next couple of weeks about to be crazy, man. They're about to be crazy. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling good, and 8 weeks now to bring my best, bro. So it's exactly what.
Now, going back a time a little bit to 2019, to Quinton's pro debut, he did the Toronto Pro where he would place 5th. He did place behind guys like Ian Valliere, but I found it very interesting. He did beat out James Hollingshead, Phil Clahar, as well as Johnny Shreve, who was a good Canadian bodybuilder. Now, Quinton said here he actually could have made the weight for classic physique, but once he was dieting down, his muscles just weren't looking as good. They weren't popping. And he actually said he doesn't mind people asking him. He still gets asked every day should he go to classic, even though he's way above the weight limit. He says that just shows him he has something different that a lot of guys in men's open don't have. And I mean, granted, before Big Ramy, we had Sean Roden, we had Brandon Curry. The Mr. Olympia was going in the way of more aesthetic physiques. Now, Quinton would do the Vancouver Pro after Toronto where he placed 6th, but there was a very similar package. So we're going to fast forward to 2020 where he did the New York Pro, and this guy looked incredible. One of the only things he's missing is just time, guys. He needs a little bit more muscle maturity so his upper body can have more hardness to it. Quinton comes in very conditioned, but he just doesn't have that muscle maturity yet. And Quinton would actually take 8th in this lineup. This was a huge lineup. We had Ian Valliere, we had Justin Rodriguez, and right behind him was Antoine Valiant. So I'm guessing after this show, Quinton realized he needs to put on a little bit more size. So that's why we wouldn't see him again until the following year at the Romania Pro. And Quinton would actually take 5th place at the Romania Pro. There was actually a very good lineup. We had Samson Dowda winning that show, Rafa Brandaya 2nd, Beirut Tabani, probably the most conditioned guy in the show, 3rd. Can't remember who was 4th, but that was a great lineup. And Quinton definitely needs to bring up the back a little bit. And honestly, he's improved his posing, which makes his back look a lot better. Also could bring the legs up a little bit from behind, but being a very tall guy, it's going to be hard to fill out your structure. And Quinton has already done an incredible job. Just look at the wheels, guys. It's very hard to have those big legs as a taller guy. But once Quinton is able to fill out that back and those hamstrings a little more, guys, isn't too many weaknesses. And this guy has calves. A lot of guys don't have the calves. And I thought this would also be interesting to share. On the left was Quinton Eriya at 21 years old. And on the right is him at 26. So this would be a 5-year transformation. Isn't really size the best, but Quinton on the left, you can see great arms, great legs, even in the calves. And I'm not sure if he was natural here. Probably was. Quinton was actually natural for a long time. I think he just got to the point like a lot of guys do. They're able to turn pro naturally. They're placing maybe 10th, 11th, but they really want to get to that next level. Don't quote me on that though, but Quinton was natural for a while. Now, Quinton will go on to place 2nd at the Toronto Pro, and I actually reviewed this show. I actually thought he could have potentially won, but Joel Thomas was just so full, so complete, so conditioned. Quinton needs to bring up that back a little bit, and he needs the more muscle maturity. Quinton just needs time. Once his muscle becomes more dense and grainy, specifically in the upper body, this guy's going to be a problem. And no one is talking about Joel Thomas. I almost forgot. He is qualified for the Mr. Olympia, so there is another new face we will have there. Now, this is Quinton Eriya from 2019 until recent. Now, this would be a more drastic transformation if Quinton was in the off season, but that actually makes this comparison better because on the right is him in prep, and you guys can see the amount of size that he has put on. And he's definitely put it on gradually, and it's good, you know, it's good that he's trying to keep his lines because that's one of his trademarks, you know, along with Rafa Brandao. When they stand next to guys that's a little blockier and you see their tiny waist, they really stand out. And Quinton has also improved his posing from the back, which makes his back look a lot better. Quinton very reminiscent of a Samson Dowder, and don't worry about it, guys. The next time that Quinton does a show, I'll probably do a comparison of him to Samson Dowder the very next day after. Samson also another incredible guy, great genetics, very similar physiques, both are taller guys but have great quads. Another back update, and the guy on the left, JT Ricky Moulton, he actually was a classic physique pro, but he is in the 212 now. And of course, Steven did a shake to the right, but Quinton's posing is improving. He's getting better and better. And I honestly believe this guy could potentially be a Mr. Olympia in the future. Fouad Abiad always compares Quinton Eriya to Ronnie Coleman. It's not my comparison. You guys will have to go take that up with Fouad himself. A recent front double bicep of Quinton Eriya. And this guy's incredible, man. He's definitely going to need probably 1 or 2 more good off seasons to really grow that back and become really competitive. But Quinton is just loving the sport right now, man, and that's what it's all about. Quinton has his head on straight. A lot of these guys have the physique, but they just kind of psych themselves out in the head. I heard there's something that happens with Keon Pearson a bit. Could have potentially happened with Regan Grimes last year, but this is Quinton Eriya from 2019 to 2022. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about this transformation? Quinton has basically just gotten bigger and better, you know, like a Rafa Brandao. And I'm glad that he's able to keep the waist in check. I'm glad that we have these more aesthetic guys. You know, it's nothing against the mass monsters, but when you're able to mix the mass with the class, guys, it's just next level. But Quinton is definitely a guy that should hop in some Arnold Classics. You know, even if he isn't able to capture a Mr. Olympia, this guy will be able to rack up some Arnold Classic titles. Quinton, keep improving your posing. I've been seeing him working on it, but as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video, man. This was actually a pretty fun one to make. I was gonna make a news video, but I went through the updates and it was just Quinton Eriya, Quint Beastwood. So could Quinton Eriya be a future Mr. Olympia? Are aesthetics back? Is bodybuilding changing? You know, are we gonna see a call out of 5 guys at the Mr. Olympia that can all pull a vacuum? I'm not saying that they have to pull a vacuum, but it's just having the aesthetics, having the mass with the class. I'm excited, guys, and I'm pretty sure all of these guys are around the same level, you know, Samson, Quinton, Rafa, Regan. Some guys are ahead of others, but it will definitely be very interesting to see these guys in the call out. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Christian from GOAT Fitness, and I'm out.